Hey guys, long time no see on a, I guess, a deck profile thing, because, well, yeah, it's been a really long time since I posted the last one, but I sold one of my most precious decks, so I do want to make a video before I ship it out. So yeah, it's actually one of the deck I already made a profile on, but I already changed a lot of things, and there are other things I want to explain as well. But yeah, this deck will no longer be mine after today, so if I want to make a video out of it, better be now, right? So today the deck is going to be Phantom. So again, I ran 4 copies of the number 2 guide's Y, and of course the one that goes with him is the conspiracist Claudia. So these two have a combo where she can send him to the clock and pull the level 1, which is the level 1's Y, from clock all straight up to here. So level 0, if you have this, if this isn't clock, you have this, you send this to clock, you pull him out. And then whenever he reverses a character, he reverses an opponent character, choose a weapon trait. So for example, his weapon trait from your waiting room, and then shove it under, gives him 1k. That's a marker. So yeah, that's probably the strongest thing about this deck. Your level 1 basically is all about this combo. 4 copies of the Suicider. She's really good because she doesn't only suicide, she also on play pay 2 search for any Phantom, which is a very big thing. Phantom named character in this deck, which is a very big thing. I will tell you which cards are Phantom named later. 2 copies of the Brainstorm. On play, she becomes 3.5k. She's a beater for first turn, and she's a tap 2 Brainstorm, pay 1. If you hit a climax, search your deck for any weapon trait. 2 copies of Weiss instructor Ein. She is when you have under 2 stocks, she's 4k, and just a good beginning character to use. For level 1. Character-wise, I run 4 copies of the Phantom. This is a Phantom named Y. He's 6.5k base, but every time you reverse something, you choose a weapon from your weapon tree character from your waiting room and stack him under him as a marker, and he becomes plus 1,000 every time you do that. And yeah, basically he becomes very big, unstoppable late game. But his level doesn't change, so level 1 Suicider does kill him. That's the only downside. So the weakness of Phantom deck at level 1 generally is getting killed by Suicider. 103k counter. Just play this as an event. You play it, and then it goes to your clock, and then you give something 3k counter. This is why your level 1 is extremely hard to kill. And 3 copies of 1/5 counter. It's basic, but then it changes into a level 2. 3 copies of the Kuenai Onna Claudia. This is one of the reasons why Phantom is so strong as well. She gives global 1000 to all Phantom named characters, which means this guy. So even with no marker, he is at 8.5k on field just by having 2 of the Claudias at the back. So, you know, if you have more than, let's say, I don't know, 2 markers, he's like over 10k already. So makes it very, very hard to kill. The second thing is this card. It's not a weapon trait, it's just a Claudia, but the amazing thing is it climax combo with the 2k one. So on play, you can choose a character on your field, kill it. So let's say I have this card on the field, I play this climax, I kill it, and I can from my deck pull out any level 1 or lower gangster trait, which is him or her. So you see how easy it is, and these all cost 1 stock, but she is free, so she can kill a level 0, or she can even kill herself, and you can trade for a 1/1. So she's just very, very powerful with the climax combo. Now onto level 2s. I only run 1 copy. This changes from the Ein counter. The counter changes really easily. Just you play her, put her to damage, come from waiting room. That's it. She climax combos with gate. When you reverse something with the gate is on the field, you deal 1 damage burn to the enemy when you reverse the opponent. But the amazing thing about this character is that she is also a Phantom name. So if you change her at level 1 with 2 Claudia at the back, she is a 11k at level 1. Yes. And she is free to change into. Oh, well, actually, she's not free. It's like you do have to pay. Yeah, you pay 2 and shove this to clock. She's not free. Sorry. I really don't change into her much unless I need to, because it's a backup strategy. This card is a backup strategy when your level 1 is going sour. 2 counters for Phantom name characters. You counter for 3.5k. For non-Phantom characters, you counter for 2.5k. While your whole deck, your main characters are all Phantom, so that is not a worry at all. 4 copies of the Dre level 3 on play heals. She has a change. I don't run the change. Some people do. She climax combos with a +2 soul. So basically, the +2 soul combo is when you attack with her, if your opponent cancels the damage, well, that's not very hard considering your +2 soul. If they do cancel damage, you may pay 4, remove this card, pull any card from your waiting room, including herself. Oops, that's the climax. Including herself out. So let's say you attacked and then do damage. Oh, they cancel it. Well, pay 4, pull 1 out, and then you can do this again because you still have the climax in the climax zone. So if you have like I don't know, a bunch of stock, and then you can technically pull 4 copies of her, and then you can technically attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in one turn if you have enough stock to keep pulling her out and removing her. And if your opponent cancels like a boss, that is. So yeah, it's a very good finisher. It can definitely it can also control your soul very well because +2 soul at level 3 is powerful. Next level 3 I run is 3 copies of the Moto Phantom Ein. Eden, actually. Eden, not Ein. This is not so this is also a Phantom name. Oh, the level 3 was also a Phantom name, by the way, so 12k with the 2 cards at the back. So she is her ability is when your opponent have 5 or more climax in the waiting room. 5 or more climax in the waiting room, you can play her from your hand at level 2. Level 2. And then the other thing is, when she's on the field, all weapon trait characters gains 1,500 attack power, which is most of your beaters in the deck. They're all weapon trait. And the last ability is it's kind of a good ability if you trigger like a double trigger. So when you attack, and if your opponent cancels your damage, you may pay 1 and draw 1. So it can go through your deck. If you, let's say, I triggered attack front attack, I triggered a double soul trigger. Okay, 4 damage. They cancel it, pay it right out, draw a card. Advantage. Why not? And so yeah, so there's a level 2. Your level 1s will probably never die because you should start dropping this thing, and then yeah, they can't do anything to you. And the last card is this. He's the level 3 Zwei. His base is lower, but because he's a kick to clock, so he has a -1 soul in front, which is good for defending. And then he is also weapon trait and Phantom name, so he is with the 2 cards, the 2 Claudias at the back, he is 11.5. And if you have let's say, I don't know, like this with the 2 Claudias but at the back, that is what, how big? That's like plus 5k to 14.5. Yeah, there we go. It's 14.5. So the kick to clock will most likely happen when it's 14.5. Your opponent probably won't kill it. Even if they do kill it, he has an encore, which is ditch a climax. So if I have climax in my hand, I need to ditch. It's stuck in my hand or something. Let my opponent kill it. Encore. Very simple. Very good card. Very effective. Can finish games, but you don't need to run too many. You just need to have 1 for the for the backup. And then we have 3 of the plus 2k1 soul for 4 gates because I like gating, and 1 +2 soul. That's how I set up my climax. Oh, my 8 climaxes. There are many other choices you can put into the deck, especially if you want to mix in blue, which is a very powerful color in Phantom as well. I personally don't run it because it makes the color balance in the deck a little bit more annoying because the level 0 you run the Suicider for the search, and it's a Suicider, you probably want to run it anyways, but then it doesn't really synergize well with blue, so you either have to give up yellow or you have to give up red. That's the basic premise. You either give out your yellow play or you give out your blue play. So for blue, there's this level 0 that's pretty good. I think it's 4K. When during your beginning of climax phase, you check top. If it's a climax, then this card goes to rest, which is like the Silica from Sao, which is definitely not a bad card. This card, some people tech into every deck, since the level 0. So basically, is if you have 2 or less other characters on the field, then all your character gains 1 level. So at level 0, it prevents suiciders from crashing into your 4Ks and stuff. It's situational. It's okay. It's not as good as the everything. But blue also gains access to this very, very powerful event counter. So you counter. So when your opponent attacking to you, you counter with this. Your character does not die. Even if they reversed it, they don't die, and your opponent's character that attacked into you cannot stand next turn. So let's say they changed into a level 3 early, they attacked you and killed one of your level 2 character. So it will go to waiting room and it will come back rested. So then if it's a marker that got killed, well, sadly you lose all your markers, but then you'll come back alive. Anyways, so with this card, you also make your opponent level 3, the level 3 he changed into, not able to attack next turn because he cannot stand the card next turn. So this is a very good counter card. It's disruptive. So that's another perk that the blue decks can have. And this 2/1, I really like this card. Not everybody play this card, but I think this is one of the best cards you can run as a blue Phantom deck. So you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, you choose one and add it to your hand. So it's a 1-for-1 already. But the best thing is you can the rest of the cards you put back to the top of your deck in any order you wish. So you control all the triggers that you have saw for the top 3. So if you flip the top, you look at top 4 cards, pick one, take whatever you need into your hand, 1-for-1 already. That's already a very good effect, I'll have to say. And then you put it back in any order you want. So if you have a climax, there's a climax in there. You don't want to waste it. You can attack twice and then you just leave it. And it's like, okay, yeah, because I put a climax back down there, so that means I'm gonna cancel something. So this is a very, very good tech card for blues. Oh, and yellow, some people run this card. All Phantom name characters gets 500 power and 1 soul. So every swing is like at least 3. Even your level 1s, even level 0. There's a Phantom named level 0 somewhere. So then like it will be swinging for like 3 so every attack. Yeah, at the very least. So you can very easily side attack. You can very easily just do massive amounts of damage with this. That's a very good card. And of course, the level 3 Blue Ayn. Her ability is really, really powerful. She is very fun card to play. Is when you have 2 of her in your waiting room, -1 level from your hand. So if you have 2 of her inside your waiting room, you can just simply play 1. When you're level 2, you can play from your hand. That's very powerful, and she heals on play. And she's a Phantom name, by the way. So with 2 Claudia, she is 11.5. Very strong card, very good because you can start healing early. Some other cards that people might run is this 1-0 Phantom. It's a Phantom name. That's a good thing already. This card cannot side attack because it's 106k. That's the downside is cannot side attack. Well, with 2 Claudias at back, that's 8k. I don't really think a 1-0 8k needs to side attack. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I think I'm very sad to see this deck go, but I do need the money right now. So if I have a chance, I will try to maybe snatch another one up because I really do like this deck. But for now, this is it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will be bringing, I guess, other deck profiles eventually. And yeah, the deck profile I'll be showing probably next is going to be Symphogear, and because somebody pointed out one of my Symphogear deck profile was not complete, so I better go fix that. And also I will have to show off my one of my not new decks. It's like it's actually an old deck, but then I recently did some upgrades to it, and I hope you guys look forward to it. And yeah, that concludes my video for the day. Have fun, guys, and go Weiss. Stand up, my waifu.